What's up, guys? It's FS Coach, your mentor. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are doing all right. Welcome to yet another video. If you're new to this channel, kindly hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get into today's video. Well, in today's video, I want to take you guys through last week's trading week as a whole. We never took any losses in our VIP signal rooms as well. We never took any losses in the FS Good online mentorship sessions as well. I'm going to be also taking you guys through some of the trades in detail of which we took, some of the take profits of which we took as well. So we're going to be also scanning this week's market to see what we have for this week, some of the opportunities of which we can capitalize on. Since it's still a Monday, you know, there's still a lot of opportunity to actually wait for our setups to play out according to what we're actually looking for. So yeah, before actually getting into the whole setup of the video, I want to take you guys through the FS Go 3.0 lifetime course. FS Go 3.0 lifetime course, you can simply secure yourself on the 3.0 lifetime course by purchasing the course right now, pre-sale amount of $100, saving yourself 75% of the initial purchase of the amount, of which is $400. The course is synthetics, currencies, and indices combined into one course as a whole, including lifetime mentorship, just as well as the FS Go 2.0 has been doing. So without wasting any of your time, for more information about the FS Go 3.0 and to purchase it, simply click on the link below, or rather the link in the description, for you to secure your purchase on the FS Go 3.0 course. So without wasting any of your time, let us get into today's video. Okay, now that we have all made it to the second part of the video, just want to make a quick run around some of the trading setups of which we took last week. As you can see there, we had scalp sells on the gold. I want to take you guys through this trading setup. It was one of the easy trading setups of which we scaled in upon. I had overall sells upon the rejection of our trend line over there, but I can see that we had a beautiful rejection off of this neckline price over here. You can see that we had an inverse head and shoulder. Somebody could have just easily pointed out buys off of that price over there, but the reason behind this selling edge over here is this rejection over here. Market painted a high for us over here. As you can see, let me just mark this out. As you can see, we never ever got a high over that price point. So market pointed for us a high over there, and then it came to challenge that high below. It tested that market below, which means we have some sort of a proper head and shoulder now, of course. So after market does that, we know that we'll be having some sort of a falling channel over here. So we didn't really ride those sells until the end of our pattern over there, but we rode ourselves until this level of support over here. Until market presented to us this previous level of support, we knew that market is going to test that level of support. So that is where we drew ourselves, and then we walked away with a win over this trade. So we can just first anticipate or rather look at what we had last week, and then we can see what market will be painting for us in the week to come. So that was the first trade coming in off of last week. Monday we did not have any trade signals sent out, and then on Tuesday we took that gold sell, of which we first took our TP, our first target price over there, and just before hitting our second target price, we went in with US30 buys. So just before hitting our gold target price, we went in to hit our US30 buys. Let me just show you guys. You can see market in this week to come, market is trying to test that low, to try to reject it, and once we reject, we know that market is said to be giving us pushes to the upside. But before actually looking at this week's market, we have to first review our trades off of last week. Remember that what you cannot review, you cannot improve. So you should be taking your pen and paper and reviewing each and every single week's trades, reviewing them the week after to see what you did right and what you did wrong. So our trading setup, of which we had on the US30 last week, was a breakage of this bearish structure over here. So before even breaking this structure, we took a high risk entry, and then after taking a high risk entry, we just waited for market to break off of that structure. After breaking out of that structure, we knew that we're going to be giving out a signal and we're going to be going in for further buying opportunities. So let me just dive it down to our H4 time frame, and as you can see on our H4 time frame, market presented for us a low, of which was tested over there. So once the low was tested, that is where we took our risk entry, and after taking our risk entry, we only had our target prices over here. So after having our target prices over here, let me just fix our stop loss properly. On this trade last week, we did not however, we did not trade using stop losses. We only traded using target prices. So we took our first target prices off of this turning point over here, and then we had our second target prices over there. Let me just revert back to our trading view over here, as you can see. But I did not, however, share the trading setup. I remember I only shared the trading setup off of the NASDAQ buy. This was not, however, a high risk entry. It was a medium risk to low risk entry. I only took off this entry off of the breakage of the structure, because I saw that market broke out of the structure impulsively. So our next correction was just obviously going to correct and test above of those previous turning points. And once you get a rejection, we know that we're going to be having more scaling in orders, and then we're going to be having our trades until the upside of the market. As you can see, market did come to test our previous highs, of which triggering both our target prices. So knowing that we also took buys on the NASDAQ setup was also just like the US30 setup, of which you can see the body structure was respected over there. And then we took more buys on the USDCHF. I actually had buys prior. I had buys over here even based off of this corrective structure over here. I will go into I will dive into our trading view to see how we took these trades. But that is our bullish pattern, of which we confirmed, and then we went in for buys, and our target price was there off of the USDCHF, and we took our trade on the USDCHF, and TP was hit. So okay, let me just dive into our USDCHF and just take a run around this market, see how we took this trade and why we took this trade, and how everybody got to capitalize off of this trade. So overall, on our bullish daily structure, we broke out to retest. Remember our break and retest confirmation over here. We got our retest over there, and then market spiked up to give us a peak high, a level of resistance of which we have not hit before, right? Let me just delete this to clear out the noise. So once market gives us that level of high, we come back to retest and get this level of low. So we create this level over here of retest, we create the resistance over here. We're having a level of resistance over here. So market comes to create the high and falls to create the level of support. Market was just grabbing some momentum, some liquidity. After grabbing momentum, market then shoots up to our high, recent high prices over there. So as you can see, we also had trends in trend setup going on over here. So when market came to give us a test of this low over here, that's when we had our initial first entries on our USDCHF. So we had our first entries over there, and target was obviously over our recent on our previous high. So once target was at our previous high, we then had our buy entries over there. But we had these orders, we swung these buy orders for 2 weeks, and after swinging these buy for 2 weeks, we did not however take our trades, our TPs over there. We just took our TPs and we just moved on, because we're in our new week and we have new targets and new goals for this new week. So looking at this new week's structure, I was actually looking at the EURCAD. I was actually looking for long orders on the EURCAD. Let me just quickly dive into my line chart. after diving into my line chart, I just want to plot my supporting prices. As you can see, each and every supporting price over here, meaning that each and every higher low is higher than the previous low, so which means it's signaling a reversal of structure. Market was coming from our upper part of the trend and falling. So after we can see what we're having over here, we see that we're having one of the two. We are having either a corrective pattern forming, or we're having a reversal of structure. The reason why I could be saying that we're having a corrective pattern forming is because that we're still under this level of resistance over here. So only should market break and retest above this level of resistance, we could be knowing that we are out of that level, and we could be looking for long orders until our high prices. Then let's just dive into our H4 chart. Just wanna make a quick recap and run around this market over here. So as you can see on our H4, we're having obviously our trends in trends. So I want to be plotting in these trends in trends. I want to see if I have a breakage of structure. So I can see that market has not broken out of the structure. So chances are market could be still respecting that level of resistance. So before even doing anything, or rather before creating a bias or anything, I only know that should market break out of this small level of resistance, we only be targeting these previous high prices over here. So once market breaks out of these level of resistances, we then know that we could be reaching those level of resistances. So that is what I'd be looking for on my EURCAD without even wasting any of your guys' time. I want to move over to my AUDCHF. This AUDCHF is a setup that I was actually looking at. As you can see that we're having an inverse head and shoulder pattern being formed over here. So market is set to be, or rather we're set to be looking for our bearish movement going over to our downside. So this is the setup of which we are having on the AUDCHF. We're having our traditional head and shoulder breakage of our head and shoulder pattern formation over here, and then we're already having our orders that are in. I'm already having an order on this trade over here, but if market can just break out of this structure over here and give us further pushes to the downside, I will be sending out this signal in the free. For you to be part of the free signals room, you can simply click on the link in the description to click and make money trading Forex for free. So I don't want to be wasting any of your guys' time. This is top of a new week. Not a lot of trading setups of which we're currently looking at. We'll be keeping you guys up to date as the week goes on, without any wastage of your time. This is F is Good, your mentor, and I'm signing out, guys.